Deep in the rain-soaked jungles of Africa, a desperate cry shatters the silence. A young elephant is trapped, strangled by a horrifying mutant python born from illegal experiments gone wrong. As the massive serpent tightens its deadly coils, a team of fearless wildlife rescuers race against time to save the innocent giant. In the heart of the Congo rainforest, dawn breaks through a heavy mist as thunder rolls in the distance. The jungle, usually alive with bird calls, falls into an eerie silence broken only by a desperate, echoing cry. A local ranger, Malik, stops his patrol, scanning the thick foliage through his binoculars. His heart freezes. A young elephant, barely 10 years old, is thrashing violently near a swamp. Coiled tightly around its massive body is a python so enormous it defies belief. Its scales glimmer oddly, almost metallic, and its eyes burn with an unnatural glow. Malik radios his base, his voice trembling, "We've got something impossible here. It's not normal, it's mutated." Within moments, a specialized wildlife rescue team led by Dr. Arif Malik and Captain Nia Zulu is deployed. They load tranquilizer rifles, ropes, and rescue gear as rain begins to pour. The jungle feels alive with tension, every sound sharper, every shadow darker. When they arrive, the scene is chaos, trees broken, mud flying, the elephant's cries weakening. Arif studies the python through a scope and whispers, "This isn't a natural species." He spots what looks like a scar with metallic wiring embedded in the serpent's skin, proof of human interference. The team spreads out, planning a high-risk rescue mission. With every breath the elephant takes, its strength fades, and the rescuers know they are racing not just against time, but against the terrifying consequences of mankind's experiments gone wrong. The rescue team moves cautiously through the thick jungle mud, their boots sinking into the wet earth as they approach the horrific scene. The elephant's eyes are wide with fear, foam forming at its mouth as the monstrous python tightens its grip. The serpent's scales shimmer with a strange, silvery hue, its body pulsing as if something mechanical beats beneath its skin. Dr. Arif Malik raises his tranquilizer rifle, his finger trembling slightly. Captain Nia Zulu, standing beside him, signals the others to form a semicircle to corner the python. "We get one shot," she whispers. "Miss, and it'll strike." The air feels charged, every insect silent, every leaf trembling. Suddenly, the python senses them, its massive head turns, hissing like steam escaping a boiler. The rescuers freeze as its golden eyes lock on Arif. He exhales slowly and pulls the trigger. The dart pierces the serpent's neck. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, with a furious roar, the python thrashes violently, slamming its tail into a nearby jeep and flipping it over like paper. One rescuer is thrown into the mud, screaming. Nia fires another dart, hitting the creature again. The elephant bellows in agony as the coils tighten once more. Arif shouts, "Cut the ropes, now." 2 men rush forward, hacking at the constricting loops with machetes. Rain pours harder, mixing with mud and blood, as chaos erupts. In that moment, survival hangs by a thread, and courage is the only weapon they have left. Lightning flashes across the jungle sky, illuminating the terrifying struggle below. The python, half tranquilized but still raging, thrashes through the mud, sending waves of debris flying. The rescuers scatter, shouting over the thunder. Captain Nia rolls behind a fallen log, loading another dart into her rifle with trembling hands. Arif, soaked and covered in mud, crawls toward the elephant, his flashlight flickering in the storm. The elephant's breathing is shallow, its skin bruised and torn where the coils had crushed it. Arif yells, "We're losing it. Someone distract the snake." A young rescuer, Tariq, grabs a flare gun and fires it high into the air. The red light bursts above the canopy, momentarily blinding the serpent. Enraged, the python lunges toward the movement, its jaws snapping inches from Tariq's leg. Nia takes her chance, firing another tranquilizer directly into the creature's throat. The python lets out a chilling hiss that echoes through the forest before collapsing into the swamp with a heavy thud. The ground shakes as silence falls. The rescuers stand motionless, drenched, their breaths ragged. The massive serpent lies still, its body twitching slightly, half buried in the mud. Ariv presses his hand to the elephant's side, a faint heartbeat. Relief floods through him, but his eyes widen when he notices strange metallic implants near the python's head, almost like control chips. He mutters in disbelief, "This thing was made, not born." Rain continues to fall as the rescuers work quickly to free the young elephant from the python's lifeless coils. The creature's enormous body lies sprawled across the mud, steam rising from its skin where the tranquilizer took effect. Ariv kneels beside the elephant, pressing his ear to its chest. Heartbeats weak but steady, he calls out, his voice filled with both relief and urgency. Nia and Tarek grab ropes and begin pulling the heavy coils away, revealing deep bruises and cuts along the elephant's body. The animal groans softly, blinking in confusion, its trunk reaching weakly toward Ariv as if seeking comfort. He gently places his hand on its forehead. "You're safe now, little one. We've got you." Around them, the team moves methodically, disinfecting wounds, setting up portable heaters, and clearing the area for medical care. One rescuer, scavenging nearby for any remaining threat, finds a half-buried metal case with a strange insignia, a double helix with a skull. Ariv opens it to find sealed vials labeled "Mutation Project, Batch 7." His stomach tightens. "This wasn't nature's doing," he says gravely. Nia stares at the unconscious python. "Someone created this, and set it loose." Lightning flashes again, illuminating the horrifying scale of the creature, easily as long as a school bus. Despite the chaos, the team knows their work isn't done. They must not only save the elephant but expose the truth behind the abomination that nearly destroyed it. As the storm subsides, the jungle slowly returns to life. Birds begin to call again, and the heavy air carries the scent of wet earth and survival. The young elephant, now bandaged and weak but alive, stands beside the rescuers under a makeshift shelter. Its soft eyes seem to recognize the people who saved it. Dr. Ariv Malik records a final report on camera, his voice steady but heavy with emotion. "This creature wasn't a product of evolution, it was a product of human greed. We've confirmed evidence of genetic tampering and illegal wildlife experimentation in this region." Behind him, Captain Nia watches as officials load the sedated python onto a secure transport truck bound for a research facility. The serpent's metallic implants glint ominously under the floodlights, a haunting reminder of how far humans have gone to control nature. News spreads rapidly, footage of the rescue floods social media, shocking millions worldwide. The world hails them as heroes, but Ariv feels no triumph, only sorrow. He knows this rescue is just the beginning of something far greater and more dangerous. Standing by the recovering elephant, he whispers, "We saved one life today, but how many more monsters are waiting to be unleashed?" The animal gently nudges his shoulder, as if answering. As dawn breaks, golden light pierces through the misty canopy, bathing the team in a soft glow, a fragile moment of peace in a world that has begun to play God with its own creation.